Premier League Brentford vs West Ham United prediction, team news, lineups preview. Two Premier League teams bidding to return to winning ways do battle at the GTEC Community Stadium as Brentford play host to West Ham United on Saturday afternoon. While the Bees sit 12th in the top flight table with 7 points after 5 matches, the Hammers are 2 places and 3 points further back in 14th spot. Match preview. Brentford may have lost each of their opening 3 Premier League away games this season, but they were against Liverpool, Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur, and they certainly put up a fight in all 3 contests, particularly the latter 2, which will have impressed head coach Thomas Frank. As they did against Man City, the Bees buzzed out of the blocks against Tottenham and scored for the second successive league game inside the opening 23 seconds courtesy of Bryan Mbeumo's volley. However, they let their early lead slip once again, with Dominic Solanke, Brennan Johnson and James Maddison all on the scoresheet to secure a 3-1 comeback win for Spurs. While Frank was able to take a lot of positives from his side's bravery and performance, the Dane has encouraged his players to do better in certain aspects to ensure that they carry out their required duties over the course of 90 minutes. Brentford will welcome a return to the GTEC Community Stadium, where they boast a 100% record after 3 matches in all competitions this term, with back-to-back Premier League wins over Crystal Palace 2-1 and Southampton 3-1, followed by an EFL Cup third-round success against third-tier side Leyton Orient 3-1. The Bees have also won 4 of their last 5 home meetings with West Ham, including 3 victories as a Premier League club, while they have scored at least twice in all 6 of their Premier League encounters with the Hammers. The joint-most one team has faced another while scoring multiple goals each time in the division's history, along with Arsenal, also 6 versus Reading. After spending just over £120 million and recruiting 9 new first-team players over the summer, there was plenty of optimism among West Ham supporters at the start of the season. But new head coach Julen Lopetegui has struggled to fit the correct pieces into his Hammers puzzle thus far. Indeed, just 2 victories have been posted in their opening 7 matches across all competitions, and they have begun the campaign with 3 straight home league defeats for the first time in their history, most recently losing 3-0 against London rivals Chelsea last weekend. West Ham have since crashed out in the 3rd round of the EFL Cup after suffering a heavy 5-1 defeat away against holders Liverpool on Wednesday. Although Lopetegui, who left Anfield on crutches after pulling his calf when jumping on the touchline in frustration, has insisted that the scoreline did not reflect his side's performance. The pressure will continue to mount on the Spanish boss if he fails to lead his Hammers team to victory in their next 2 Premier League games against Brentford and newly promoted Ipswich Town before the next international break, although success against the former is not guaranteed. West Ham lost each of their first 5 Premier League meetings with Brentford before hat-trick hero Jared Bowen inspired the Hammers to a 4-2 victory at the London Stadium in their most recent encounter in February. Team news. Brentford are still having to cope without Yoane Wissa ankle, Josh Da Silva, Igor Thiago both knee, Matthias Jensen calf, Aaron Hickey thigh and Gustavo Nunes back due to injury, while Rico Henry knee remains doubtful. Christian Norgard missed the defeat at Spurs last weekend with a minor injury, but Frank is very confident that the Danish midfielder will be fit to return against the Hammers. Star forward Bryan Mbeumo is tied with ex-teammate Ivan Toney as the club's most productive player in the Premier League with 47 goal involvements, 21 goals, 26 assists, and he is set to continue in attack, potentially joined by 2 of Fabio Carvalho, Kevin Shade or Keane Lewis-Potter. As for West Ham, Edson Alvarez is suspended after receiving 2 yellow cards in the midweek loss to Liverpool. while Niklas Füllkrug remains doubtful with a calf injury and will be assessed ahead of kickoff. Lopetegui is expected to recall a number of favored first-team players, including goalkeeper Alphonse Areola as well as defensive trio Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Konstantinos Mavropanos, and Emerson Palmieri. In the absence of Alvarez, Guido Rodriguez and Tomas Soucek are set to link arms in center midfield, while Mohamed Kudus, Lucas Paqueta and Michail Antonio could all return to start with captain Jared Bowen in attack. Brentford possible starting lineup: Flecken, Roerslev, Collins, Pinnock, Ajur, Damsgaard, Norgard, Janelt, Mbumo, Shade, Lewis Potter. West Ham United possible starting lineup: Areola, Wan-Bissaka, Mavropanos, Kilman, Emerson, Rodriguez, Soucek, Bowen, Paqueta, Kudus, Antonio. We say, Brentford 2-1 West Ham United. A total of 11 goals were scored across the two meetings between Brentford and West Ham last season, and we could be in for another entertaining end-to-end contest on Saturday. It is fair to say that the Bees enter this fixture in higher spirits than the Hammers, and when you also factor in their strong start to the season on home soil, we can see Frank's men claiming maximum points. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.